Hello, you guys, and welcome to the NXT Universe mode as we are kicking things off tonight with an incredible tag team match featuring one of the newest teams to NXT, the Authors of Pain, who we now know from recent run-ins with the tag team champions they will face off against American Alpha for the NXT tag team titles at TakeOver Dallas. But here tonight they have an entirely different challenge. It will be the Authors of Pain facing off against Team DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa here tonight in our opening contest. And don't forget, you guys, in our main event tonight, it will be Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre, where the winner will go on to face Hideo Itami for the NXT Championship in Dallas. All that and more here tonight on NXT. But kicking us off here tonight, we're going to see these two teams go at it. And definitely, ever since the Authors of Pain arrived here on NXT, the situation in the tag team division has heated up. And you're seeing it here with Team DIY just in awe of these monsters. I don't even know the names of them. I mean, I can tell them apart, kind of. One of them has the tattoo, the other one does not. And Johnny Gargano trying to use a submission hold on this big man. But this guy just immediately goes to the rope. Gargano having to let go. And we are seeing big men facing off against the high flyer cruiserweight style of DIY. Oh, and a huge punch from one man into the other. And Gargano in trouble. He cannot be in that corner, otherwise it will spell the end for him. Oh, man. The Authors of Pain. We saw them debut just a couple of weeks ago, and they are already in contention for the NXT Tag Team titles. And you're seeing some of the reasons why here, just manhandling Johnny Gargano. Oh, man. We may have to change his nickname from Johnny Wrestling to Johnny Roadkill after tonight, as his tag team partner, Tommaso Ciampa, looks on and telling him to go on at him. And look at this, a nice clothesline. Oh, and again, Ciampa pays for trying to get his partner back into this match. And now look at this, Johnny Wrestling slammed into the mat. Oh, Gargano with a sharp elbow on the corner. And look at this, crucifix creating separation. Now all he's got to do is tag in his tag team partner, and they can keep it rolling. Oh, but instead, one of the Authors of Pain slamming Gargano down. And again taking Ciampa off the apron. I don't even think Ciampa will get anything in on this match. Gargano may be left on his own. Oh, wait a minute. May have spoke too soon. Johnny creating separation, sending this big behemoth into the turnbuckle. And he's back up to his feet. And look at this. Snapmare looking for the rolling Snapmare. Takes him down. And now he has an opening to make the tag to his partner. And he makes the tag to Ciampa. Now they have a chance. But now the fresh Author of Pain is now in. And Ciampa delivering a huge forearm. This Psycho Killer taking it. And takes a huge headbutt. Oh, man. And once again, DIY are on the receiving end of a one-sided beatdown. Oh, Ciampa trying to fight back using some dirty tactics, but it does not help. Back body drop over. And Johnny Wrestling back up on to the apron to watch his partner get power slammed into the mat. Braun Strowman be proud of that. And Johnny Wrestling taken off the apron the hard way. And I hope the tag team champions are watching this. The Authors of Pain showing just exactly what is in store for American Alpha in Dallas. And they're using DIY to make their point. Snap power slam into the mat. And look at this. Side Russian leg sweep whipping the neck back. And now into the cover. Johnny Wrestling can barely move too. And a kick out. And that may have been a bad move for Ciampa. And now the Authors of Pain looking for the final chapter. Final chapter, and the referee may have taken too much time. And Ciampa able to kick out just barely. And I think we may be seeing the beginning of the end here. Looking for what they call the Super Collider Powerbomb. And Johnny Wrestling taking off the apron again. And the Authors of Pain into the cover on Ciampa. And they pick up the win heading into TakeOver Dallas. The Authors of Pain once again sending a message to the tag team champions. The side Russian leg sweep. And I thought it could have been over right there, but instead the Authors of Pain continuing the punishment using this maneuver that they call the Final Chapter. The only thing that saved Ciampa there was that the referee wasn't in there in time, and then the Super Collider Powerbomb. And Johnny Gargano taking off the apron, the referee right there to make the cover. And if I were American Alpha, I would be heavily afraid to face these two in Dallas. Because the Authors of Pain may be the next tag team champions. Well, coming up next, a man who doesn't care about championships, doesn't even care about another man's life, in the form of Eric Young, Jack Doe, once again opening up the challenge to any quote-unquote psychopaths here in NXT this week, taking on someone that you guys might know. His name is Crazy Steve from Impact Wrestling. Crazy Steve accepting the challenge here tonight. Perhaps he can fare even more. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, man. And Jack Doe. Oh, forearm smash into the face. Oh, and Crazy Steve delivering. Big boot. Perhaps he can last longer than some of the other men have had facing off against Jack Doe. But we don't know. Jack Doe, a very interesting individual. And he's just taking it to Crazy Steve here tonight. Perhaps Jack Doe trying to make Crazy Steve decay. Oh, man. And now crushing that knee right into the jaw. As Alexa Bliss watches on, and happiness in a super kick. And Crazy Steve, I don't know how much more he can suffer. He's barely getting any moves in. Oh, tried to go for a clothesline. Jack Doe countered. And Doe sending him, into the corner. And another shoulder thrust. And this has to be heading towards the end. Oh, look at this. Straight jacket neck breaker, and how ironic, considering many people believe that Jack Doe deserves to be in a straight jacket for what he did to Eric Young, as he sends him out of the ring right at the feet of Alexa Bliss, who's staring on, expressionless through the mask. She's been really expressionless ever since joining Jack Doe. Oh, Doe trying to make some offense here happen, and is slowed down by a jawbreaker. And look at this, Jack Doe biting the head. And now look at this, tiger suplex. Well, Crazy Steve tried his best, but I think we may be seeing the beginning of the end. Here it comes, running uppercut, and quickly transitions into the submission hold. The leg tapping the back of the head, and Crazy Steve forced to tap out to Jack Doe here tonight. Crazy Steve tried, but much like everybody else, could not handle the madness that was Jack Doe. The uppercut transitioning into that submission hold, the leg tapping the back of the head, and Crazy Steve had no choice but to tap out. Clown versus clown here tonight, and Jack Doe picks up the win. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, and it doesn't look like Jack Doe's done yet. Once again attacking his opponent, Crazy Steve. Oh, wait a minute. And Crazy Steve in the ring. Oh, man, Jack Doe. I don't know what has gotten into this. Oh, no. And Doe with the steel chair wrapped around his neck. Oh, no! seemingly a challenge has been laid out by the newest member to the NXT roster to Jackdo for next week. But guys, we are rolling on right into our main event. It is going to be Roderick Strong versus NXT's Chosen One, the newest signee, Drew McIntyre, who defeated Cassius Ohno last week, as Roderick Strong defeated Johnny Gargano last week, and thus that impressed William Regal to the point where he had Bobby Roode, Roderick Strong's good friend, go out and tell Roderick Strong that here tonight he is going to face off against Drew McIntyre, and the winner will face Hideo Itami at TakeOver Dallas for the NXT Championship, as Roderick Strong has been having no pun intended, a strong showing ever since coming here to NXT, debuting at TakeOver the End. And the question lies, who is going to take over? Will it be the Messiah, the Backbreaker, or will it be the returning Chosen One, the Phoenix, rising from the ashes of his mistakes in WWE before? And as you guys can see, Drew McIntyre wearing that tape on his arm. He suffered a little bit of an injury during his matchup last week with Cassius Ohno, and now here tonight he has to wear that tape, the tape on his arm. So hopefully that does not cause any further injury to that arm here tonight in this matchup. But Drew McIntyre has been very vocal about the fact that he doesn't like what Hideo Itami did in his first title defense event against Cassius Ohno, using a low blow to win the matchup. And now, here tonight, Drew McIntyre has the chance to go to TakeOver in Dallas, where everything is bigger in Texas, and make the biggest impact in WWE history on the WrestleDude channel here on the NXT Universe mode, defeat Hideo Itami, and become the new NXT champion, a defending champion as he said he would be. But in order to do that, he has to defeat the Messiah of the Backbreaker, and if any man can do it, it's Drew McIntyre. So let's figure it out here tonight. Who is going to take over Dallas? It's Roderick Strong and Drew McIntyre exchanging holds here in the early goings. Both of these men have traveled the world, having incredible careers. McIntyre having his in ICW and TNA and WCPW. Roderick Strong having a majority of his in Ring of Honor. Oh, man. And now coming here to NXT, both of these styles are clashing. Oh, and there we see it. Drew McIntyre's shoulder coming into play. Roderick Strong targeting the shoulder. And that is a big bullseye put on it. And Roderick Strong will do anything to get to TakeOver. But Drew McIntyre is going to have to watch that arm. See, tried to go for a chop. And Roderick Strong fending it off with a drop kick. McIntyre trying to use that arm when he knows he can't. Can't hyperextend it, but yet he still tries to deliver these shots as he sends Roderick Strong into the corner. Oh, and there you see that chop, but Drew McIntyre taking a little bit too much time nursing his arm. And Drew McIntyre with a straight shot to the face. And this crowd is loving it, and they can tell they're in for a big fight feel here now. Ooh, and Roderick Strong, half Nelson, lifts him up. Oh, neck breaker onto the knee. More punishment, and there you see stomping on the arm. And the Messiah, the Backbreaker, lifting up Drew McIntyre, which is an incredible feat all its own. McIntyre, not a small man. Oh, man. And Roderick Strong lifting him up with ease. Look at the leg power here. Well, I guess we don't have to ask him if he even lifts, bro, because indeed he does. Now Roderick Strong heading to the top rope. Drew McIntyre rolled out of the ring. And Roderick Strong doesn't care. Drop kick from off the top rope. And this crowd is loving it. Indeed, definitely an indie wrestling style feel here over the past couple of weeks here in NXT. You got superstars like Roderick Strong, Drew McIntyre, Cassius Ohno, Hideo Itami coming to the forefront of NXT. It has indeed become a breeding ground for indie wrestling stars to make a big impact. And now McIntyre coming to the top rope, but Roderick Strong fends him off. Roddy trying to put away Drew McIntyre, lifting him up, Onto his shoulders, double gut buster. Roddy trying to punch his ticket to TakeOver, and Drew McIntyre able to kick out. And Roddy cannot afford to get overzealous here. Oh, Drew McIntyre. Oh, sending him into the corner. Oh, looking for white noise perhaps. Roderick Strong plants him with a DDT. Roderick Strong looking for the end of Heartbreak. Drew McIntyre looking for the Future Shock DDT. Oh, man. And what the hell? Well, here comes Roderick Strong's good friend Bobby Roode, the man that gave him the good news that he would be facing him here tonight, as Drew McIntyre hits white noise. Shades of his good friend Sheamus. And now McIntyre heading up to the top rope, trying to shake some life back into that arm. And here he comes off the top rope, double axe handle. Will it be McIntyre who heads to TakeOver? Perhaps not. Roderick Strong slipping further and further away from that championship opportunity here. McIntyre again with those chops. Ooh, and now shots to the body, shots to the face. Oh, and look at the strength of McIntyre, setting him up. And I think I know what we're about to see. Running in, Claymore kick. Claymore kick. Referee right there. And Drew McIntyre now feeling his championship dream slip away. Who is going to come out ahead here on NXT? Whoa! Roderick Strong flips over McIntyre. McIntyre in a bad place here. Up on his shoulders. Trying to look for another gutbuster, and Drew McIntyre able to counter. And McIntyre. Oh, sending Roddy into the corner. Oh, this looks like a bad place to be for Roddy. Oh, and McIntyre from off the top rope, arm drag, taking him down. And McIntyre, once again, shaking some life into that arm. On the top rope as Bobby Roode watches on. Roddy's in trouble. Here we go. Clothesline from off the top rope, and Drew McIntyre went face first. And now looking for the end of Heartbreak, Drew McIntyre able to counter. Back and forth we go in this match. Oh, and a shot to the head. Oh, and that arm. The arm with a vicious chop, but McIntyre into the cover anyways. Trying to punch his ticket to TakeOver, but Roderick Strong says no, not yet. He ain't done yet. And McIntyre slowly trying to drag his body up. He's really doing this with one arm. And now quite possibly looking for that clothesline off the top rope yet again. Roderick Strong, though, back up to his feet, and it may cost him here. Roddy into the cover on McIntyre, and a kick out. Roddy has traveled the world, faced off against some of the very best in pro wrestling. And here tonight he's facing off against yet another in the form of Drew McIntyre, who's trying to get back. Oh, trying to fulfill the destiny that he said that he was set out to do when he was first here in WWE. And now Drew McIntyre in that position again. And Roderick Strong, backbreaker. And Roderick Strong maybe closing in on the NXT Championship opportunity. Roode watching on. And now Roddy from off the top rope. Here we go. Elbow drop. And Roderick Strong daring Drew McIntyre to get back to his feet. And you know McIntyre is going to bring that fight. Roderick Strong lifting him up. Gutbuster. And now Roddy looking to put him away with the end of Heartbreak. Here we go. Oh, no, wait. McIntyre takes him over. And what is this? Bobby yelling at Roddy, and Roddy gets rolled up. Will this be it? Drew McIntyre with looking for a quick roll-up pin, and Roddy able to kick out. And Drew, oh, Roddy sends him, hard into the corner. McIntyre with the elbow. The hurt elbow. Future shock DDT. After the distraction by Bobby Roode. Cover. And Drew McIntyre is heading to take over in Dallas. Bobby Roode yelling at Roddy there at the end and got caught with the future shock DDT. I mean, what the hell was that all about? But I mean, the result still stands. Drew McIntyre is heading to Dallas to take on Hideo Itami for the NXT Championship. I am still in shock. And now Roderick Strong staring down Bobby Roode after costing him the NXT Championship, and here we go. Roddy chasing after Bobby Roode. It looks like they're heading towards the back here. Oh man, these two. Oh, Roderick Strong looks incensed, and Bobby Roode getting chased down through the backstage area. Oh, those guys better get out of the way, and look at this. People and officials getting out of here. Look at this, Randy Orton and Renee Young. Why is Randy in NXT? Randy Orton and Renee Young trying to get out of here. Oh, and Roderick Strong finally gets to him. Oh no, and Roode, stops him momentarily. And Roode, it looks like he's trying to get into the parking lot. And Roderick Strong trying to chase him down as we're watching this all from in the arena. And Roddy, where's Bobby Roode? Oh, wait a minute, Bobby Roode through the curtain, taking out Roderick Strong with a steel chair. A vicious assault here on the Messiah, the backbreaker. Roderick Strong being attacked by Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode apparently taking offense to what William Regal said, granting Roderick Strong a championship opportunity. And now Bobby Roode taking it out on his former best friend. What does this mean for NXT? We have our number one contender, McIntyre, but what does this mean for Bobby Roode and Roderick Strong? Oh, wait a minute. And a glorious DDT on the chair.